Alright guys, I'm going to try something that I've been thinking about for the last several months. I've had all kinds of squirrels all over me while I've been bow hunting. Well, I decided to go ahead and thin out the squirrel herd if they want to come play. I'm sitting up here in my tree stand with my .22 rifle, and I am going to wait on Mr. or Mrs. Bushy to come on in and see if we can't reduce their numbers a little bit and get us a good pot of show me state stew. See what happens. Now there's number one, about 4 feet left of my tripod down there. I'll zoom in on him for you. I've been sitting here for maybe, I don't know, not even 10 minutes. And he comes running down the tree there, he or she. And there's quite a few of them out here. That looks like a nice fox. I'll get some close-up footage of him later for you. That limb that I took that one off of is probably no more than 12 feet away from my muzzle there when I shot him. And I'll zoom in on it. I can actually see the bullet hole, or the marks on the limb, kind of in the middle of the screen. Hopefully when I brighten it up you'll be able to see those marks. Take a pretty good headshot there. Female. Use a few more of those guys. It's not a bad looking squirrel. Well guys, I'm going to go out here again and see if I can kind of comb this area a little bit more. This area out here where I took this coyote last weekend. Took this male coyote, just jumped him up. It's the first coyote I ever shot. And got another video up on it, so be sure to check that out. Didn't have any kill footage, but it's beautiful property out here. It's beautiful. About time for the sheds to start dropping too. Some antler sheds. Ooh, big old flock of geese just took off one of the ponds. I just saw about half a dozen deer about 10 minutes ago run out across this field too, so you never know what you're gonna get. Well, that's coyote scat. And if I'm not mistaken, that's probably coyote digging there. I don't know. I don't have that much coyote experience. Here's a little bit more. And it's right where I shot that one last weekend. I think I'm standing in the same spot it went down. Now that looks like deer scat, poop, whatever. And that is definitely coyote there. I just jumped a big old buck. Oh, that's a nice deer. And he still has his antlers. I think some of them are dropping. Of course, obviously, some of them are still attached. I would like to find those sheds when he loses them. I know it looks like I'm hunting deer, but I'm not. You know how it is, you're hunting something else and the deer pop up. But I can see them over this hill here. I just wish I had a better camera, because now they're looking right at me. Watch, they'll move. There they go. And one is still standing there though. He didn't know what everybody's spooked about. Nice if I could slip down there. Yeah, there's getting to be more and more of these guys out here too. And here's where these deer I was chasing, more or less, just took off. Slid down this hill here, across this creek. And a couple of years ago, I had a stand here in this cottonwood. This is pretty cool too. I've been watching this for several months. I've seen hawks hanging around over here. I'm pretty sure this is a hawk's nest. Ah, and lo and behold, what do we have here? It's a youngster. Looks pretty fresh to me. See that red there? Where it just came off the skull cap in the last few days or so. Found it right in the middle of a high traffic area. I thought about putting the camera over here before too. Alright, this one goes out to James of the Bohemian Hunting Club channel. You know, we've been talking about this heavy trail here, right? Well, James, I'm going to go ahead and mark this bad boy for the upcoming September 15th opener of the Show Me State archery season. Alright. Deep woods. Heavy trail. Like we talked about before in one of the other videos. But I'm going to follow it in here because I think I see a tree that might be a good stand tree. Alright, stepped over the trail. We're going to follow it. Heading east here. Man, look how heavily used that is. I can't even begin to tell you how tore up through there this area is with heavy trails. This is like the Grand Central Station here of deer. There's just all kinds of trails converging in this area. Here's the trail that was coming from the west from the deep timber. Follows up through there. You can see that one up there kind of coming down. There's some coming in from the east. There's something heavy here. A couple trails coming in from the north. And then I'll swing around here and show you the trees I'm kind of considering. Yeah, they are kind of scrubby, but there are some in here I might consider. Now that one has potential. That one and that one straight back, I might be able to break myself up pretty good in that one. See, I've hunted this property for a couple of years now, thanks to the great folks who let me hunt out here. And I've had a lot of good experiences with the deer moving in from the west, coming in here and using this scrubby area here as a staging area before they move out into the open at night. And you know, I tell you what, guys, when you do your scouting, it really pays off to do post-season scouting, because you can just see so much more right now than you can in the fall when you start hanging your stands. And the deer trails, they just pop out so much more. So that's why I'm taking all this video right now for me, so I can kind of have something to chew on until season rolls around. Well, I just found that. That's fresh. That looks like it's broken off. Alright, this particular tree is probably about maybe 60-70 feet north of the south edge of the timber, and probably about, oh, I don't know, 100 feet or so east of the west edge. And look at here, yeah, there's trails converging right there. Heavy trails. This tree's thicker than the other two I was looking at. And if you kind of walk here and turn, you can kind of see where you can kind of clean it up and probably get some, fool them with that old depth perception there. Kind of have enough up there to break me up. I may get in here sometime in the next month and get some of this cleaned up well before the September opener rolls around. So I'm standing at the base of this tree right now, and I can't be more than 15 or 17 yards from the center of where all those trails come together. Looks like a real hot spot. Well, it's starting to rain, and just like the weatherman said, I've just been out here having a grand old time as always. Supposed to get some rain here in the Show Me State tonight. It's supposed to linger into tomorrow morning, so really would be nice to get our water levels back up. And I'll be heading out of here pretty quick, looking for sheds and that squirrel that happens to pop up. Anything else interesting. Get some pretty good ideas for next season. Get out there and get you some post-season deer scouting, guys. It'll pay off. It pays big dividends. Well, it's getting late here, guys, but I got squirrel number 2 on the ground. And I know it's hard to believe, but that's something I've never done before. I didn't really grow up hunting squirrels, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. Come on over here and let's check him out. Another nice one. Worked for me. Flew in the same day. He was on the run. Is 4 shots on this one, and the killing shot couldn't have been more than 7-8 yards away. He was starting to fill up my scope. Well, this is a female too. You can see the teats. Yeah, pretty good day. 2 squirrels and an antler shed. Look at that. Cool deal. Tripod's back at the truck. Dropped it off here a couple hours back, so this will have to do. Squirrel number 2. Thanks for the beautiful day, Lord. And thanks to the people for letting me use their property. Cool stuff. You know, I wanted to show them to you together here, guys, before the sun went down completely. Pretty happy with that catch. There's a couple nice ones. Well, guys, I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am at the end of this day. Beautiful day out in God's creation. It's raining on me, but it's not raining in my heart. You know what? I love a good rain, good soft rain. We really need it here in the Show Me State. But I'll tell you what, guys, you know, if you don't get out and hunt and fish, that's all right. But you know, go with one of us sometimes who is involved in the sport. See what it's all about. You know, you don't have to, you know, do any fishing or shoot anything. Just tag along and see what it's all about. You know, you never know. You might even fall in love with it like I have and so many other people. Those of you who do enjoy it, thanks for tagging along with me this time. Well, I'm here at the house, guys, and I thought I'd go ahead and try to shoot this here on the steps with a little bit more light. A couple of really nice fox squirrels here. Pretty happy with it. I appreciate you coming along with me on these little adventures of mine. They just got really beautiful fur, don't they? This one here is especially big. They're both females. That one is a very large one there. You get some good meat off that one. And that one is definitely no slacker either. Until next time, happy hunting to you.